What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? I asked you a question. Hey guys, I do have a Tuesday morning editorial for you. I apologize, there's going to be no pictures here. It's just me talking. You get to see my ugly mug. But it's it's been a crazy morning. As you guys have seen, it's been a pretty crazy morning. But I didn't get much sleep last night, probably like 4 to 5 hours, if that. I have a cold, my throat's all jacked up. And I just didn't sleep much last night. It's going around. Everybody's sick, and but I did want to do this editorial. I really want to do this one because this is one of the reasons we record the police. Now that Hemet News guy, I'm not going to talk in length about that guy, but he was talking about me cop watching, and when I talk to the cops. Now, I'm going to reiterate, I don't initiate engagement with the cops. Like, I don't walk up and just start talking crap to the cops. I narrate in my video. If the cops don't like what I'm narrating, that's their opinion. But I don't say anything to them unless they engage me. Then I respond. But he's saying that I'm bullying them, and that he was saying, well, the cops got enough to deal with all that's going on there. Now they have to focus their attention on you, and da-da-da. Here's the thing, though. It's funny how, everyone wants to support the police. Well, the poor police, they just doing their job, and they've got so much to deal with, and yada yada. But when the police mess up like this, they fall back on that same argument. They don't switch it. They don't say, well, yeah, the cops effed up. They say, well, the cop, they got so much to deal with and they make mistakes. But I've seen a few videos where cops have made mistakes. I've never heard them say, we're really sorry. We apologize. We made a mistake. They just say, have a good day. This is why we did it. This is why we pulled you over. We're looking for a suspect. You just didn't happen to be that person. So you have a nice day. No, we're sorry, we fucked up, nothing like that, right? In this case of Venice, what they do is they lied. Now, what if they didn't have their dash cam running, these cops that I'm about to talk about? What if they didn't have their dash cams running? What if their dash cam footage became corrupted? Which can happen. You take the footage, you put it into a computer or whatever to try to make a video of it, and it can get corrupted. I had a camera, was it a Canon? I think it was a little Canon or a Sony or something. And I tried to make a video on my Apple Mac computer here, and it came out as a bunch of green lines. And some of you may have got those before. It's because the formatting isn't right. It doesn't match up the formatting. So I get a weird video, and I have to go back and find the right format, whether it's MPEG or whatever. And so that could happen too. What if something happened with this dash cam video footage that the dash cam wasn't viewable? This story here would be a totally different story, and it would be what the cops said. 2 tactical police officers in a city just not a few months ago shot a guy. They came to find out the guy was unarmed. There was no body cam footage to view to see what really happened. So it's what the cops say. What the cops said. If somebody like me were there recording, they would have my video footage. In fact, I just watched a video this morning, High Desert Community Watch. He's talking to a cop, and the cop walks up. Now, they're filming the cop the whole time he comes up. The cop comes up and he says, so you're just here to stir the pot, huh? And he starts his body cam. So now whatever their response is captured on his body camera, and he could say, well, look at this. They're calling me names and they're talking shit to me. But they didn't get him saying, so you came to stir the pot, because he didn't have his body cam on until he said that, and then he turns it on. You see that in the video. My point is, recording the police is very, very, very important for the community because police officers lie. And if their footage from the body cam or the dash cam doesn't capture it, your video footage has it. That's why it's very, very important to record the police. And that him at news guy, he thinks that somehow we're bullying the cops. We're treating the cops bad. These poor cops, they're just out there doing their job and they got us riding their backs. This is why we're riding their backs. And all you law enforcement officers that are out there who are really trying to do a good job and are trying to make a difference in your community, look, don't get upset at us. Get upset at these cops right here. These are the cops that these are the ones you should be pissed at. Not us cop watchers who are recording you every day at your job. These are the guys you should be pissed at. Venice Beach, 3 Venice police officers used force when arresting an Inglewood man for burglarizing a room at a Motel 6 late last year, only to learn though he was a motel guest staying in the room. Defense attorneys are criticizing December 21st arrest by Venice police, which they say constitutes excessive force and a civil rights violation, a Fourth Amendment civil rights violation. Now, in a way, the police didn't really know what was going on. They got some bad information. They got a call of burglary. It was bad information. I get all that. The way they handled it, totally unprofessional, and to me, totally unlawful. They committed a crime, as far as I'm concerned. It's my opinion. Going on, so Venice police say they are investigating their officers' conduct. They slammed a motel guest into a wall and onto the ground, cutting his head. I put a link to the story in the description box below. There's a video of it, shows the guy's head bleeding. Police report shows that officers David Creasy and Victor Montanez responded to a report of a burglary at a Motel 6 located at 281 US 41 Bypass North. That's a highway. At 11:09 a.m. Their squad car was equipped with audio and video dash cam. The officers received a description of the suspects, one with a dark shirt and dog and another blonde hair and a gray maroon hoodie, minutes before arriving. They saw 19-year-old Ethan Skylar Waters standing outside the motel talking on a cell phone, and they parked next to him. Waters did not appear worried that the police were there, and they later learned he was a guest at the motel and not a burglar. Now, of course, he wasn't concerned, worried. He's like, oh, cops, what are they doing here? And he's talking to the phone. He's talking to his mom, which we will later see. The officer spoke to a female housekeeper who cannot be seen in the video. That's below in the description box. She said he broke into the room through a window. She did not know that Waters' roommate had told the management there, I've got a roommate, I've got a guy, I've got the only key, so he's going to be using the window. I'm going to leave the window unlocked, and I have a roommate, my friend, he's going to go in and out of the window if that's okay. Obviously, they didn't say no, because he did it, right? Now, it says here that Creasy pointed at Waters to confirm he was the suspect. Creasy pointed at this guy and said he's the suspect. The dash cam footage shows that Waters walked toward Venice police officers and tried to talk to them. He's probably like, what's going on, guys? Because they're looking at him, probably. The police report describes him as hostile, posturing, tensing, and not complying with officers' commands to take his hands out of his pockets. That's what their police report said. The video also shows that Waters did not have time to resist before police grabbed him, and it contradicts other statements police made in their reports. Big fucking surprise. Big surprise there that what they wrote didn't match up with what's on the video dash cam. Well, their memories and don't give me that crap. I used to be an animal control officer. Okay, I went through a police academy in Texas. It was a basic police academy, but we learned to write reports and so forth. Even as an animal control officer, I had to do reports on investigations. Like, there were certain things we had to do investigations for, barking, dog, noise violations and stuff like that. Citations, we had to do a report. And let me tell you something. you can remember what you did enough to write the report. My reports were I never had a problem with my reports. They always matched up with what happened. The people that I wrote the reports about always agreed with what happened. I got to go on. I don't want this to be too long. Sorry if I'm talking a lot, but you guys got to hear this editorial. Officer Creasy approached Waters, who was still on the phone, and flicked his right hand in the air. He's trying to tell him to get his hands up in the air. And what they did, just to give you the short of it here, they grabbed him, threw him against the wall, and then threw him on the ground and laid on his back while they ordered him to calm down and put his hands behind his back, or they would use a taser. Now, in his mind, this is a guy that's not broken the law, and he's going, what the hell is going on? I'm staying with my friend here, and all of a sudden now I'm being arrested for what? Waters was charged with resisting arrest without violence. He was released from jail on supervised release and held and a $500 bail, but has since been arrested. I'm so upset by this, on account of drug possession and contempt of court. He is currently being held in Sarasota County Jail on $10,000 bond. So he was arrested for resisting arrest without violence and then released, but rearrested for drug possession. We got to get him on something. Hey, we're taking drug criminals off the street. Forget that he wasn't even the suspect, that we grabbed this guy and threw him on the ground and cut his head open, and he wasn't even the burglar. Hey, he's drug possession. We got him. We got a criminal. Always got to justify bad behavior. Michael Andrew Cameron, that's the guy with the key to the room. It was later determined that Waters was staying in room 135 at the hotel with Michael Andrew Cameron, who did not allow Waters to have a key for one. Maybe they only had one key. And he kept the window open for Waters to use when he needed to come and go from the room. Police noted in their report that Cameron had told motel staff that Waters would be using the window. The police report said there was not enough evidence to charge either man with burglary. It's because he paid. He was a paying customer, and that was his guest. And he said, I'll keep the window open for you. Just come and go. He went and told them he was going to do that. Obviously, they didn't say no because the guy was doing it. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff in here that Venice Police Chief Matt Mueller said he is reviewing the case and declined to comment until he saw the video. Funny, his name is Matt Mueller. Mueller. Huh? Does that sound familiar? So, I don't know what the outcome of this is going to be. I just wanted to bring it to your attention, but that's why you always record the police. What if their dash cam was not on, but you or I were standing there like this going, look at this, what's going on here? They wrote in their report how this guy was out of control, man. He was we had to take charge of him. And then the dash cam video shows none of that. He had no time to resist. They just grabbed him and started beating his ass. And then they put in their police report things that did not match with the dash cam. It's called lying, folks. That's called lying. How do we cover this up, huh? He had drugs on him. He had drugs in his pocket. Got him. Criminal drug possession. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know. This is your Tuesday morning editorial. Sorry for no pictures, but there's a lot to this one. I probably could have went on for another 13 minutes, but I didn't. Thank you for watching. I am going to try to have an editorial for you as much as I can each morning. News Now Ukaipa, keeping you up to date with what's going on in law enforcement in your city and nationwide.